The dip in mercury coupled with the hazy weather since Sunday has posed considerable health hazards, especially in the capital. The pollution levels have been reported alarming since Sunday, further compounding the health risks for people with respiratory illness amid the persisting threat of coronavirus. Maximum precautions is therefore well advised to all to avoid further vulnerability during the ongoing crisis. Good morning, I am Petition and these are the headlines of the hour. Opposition parties seek to launch a joint agitation against the dissolution of the lower house, express concerns over the achievements of political transformations. Air pollution in the capital exceeds hazardous levels. Experts advise public to avoid going out and adopt maximum precautions. Vote counting begins in Georgia, where Republican and Democrat candidates face off in nationally consequential pair of congressional runoff campaigns. And Tottenham Hotspur and Championship club Brentford's fairy tale run in the League Cup semi-finals. Moreno eyes fifth Carabao Cup title. The national politics has been quite turbulent since the dissolution of the House of Representatives. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli claims to have used a constitutional provision to dissolve the lower house, while opposing parties say the provision was invalid. The disgruntled faction within the ruling party has taken up to the streets against the Premier's decision, while the opposition parties have found their own ways to protest against the move. Analysts have said the dissolution has invited a political crisis, bringing unwarranted controversy to the constitution. We have more in this report.
At a program held in the capital by Janata Samajwadi Party, leaders and critics shared a common opinion against Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli's decision to dissolve the House of Representatives. They all called the move unconstitutional and pointless, and that it risked the overall system. Leaders of the party recalled the discussion that took place during the formulation of draft constitution and called the Premier's decision whimsical. Likewise, senior leader of the ruling Nepal Communist Party, Madhav Kumar Nepal, has called all parties to participate in protest programs, saying that the dissolution of the lower house risked the future of the country and pushed the nation into peril. Nepal further said Premier Oli had no clue of federalism, republicanism, and that he risked all achievements of decades-long political struggle.
वास्तवमा यो प्रश्न भनेको हामी संविधान देशमा राजनीतिक स्थिरता, गणतन्त्र, संघीयता, समावेशिता यसलाई जोगाउने कि नजोगाउने जोखिम त्यहाँ आएको छ। त्यसुनाले बुढो मर्यो भन्ने होइन, काल पल्क्यो भन्ने चिन्ता भयो।
Senior leader of Nepali Congress, Ramchandra Paudel, expressed his reservations, saying that the Premier had poured frustrations of his failure to run the government over the lower house and the constitution itself. Leader Paudel also warned they would knock the court doors if needed.
यो संविधान बनाउँदाखेरिका हामी सबै यही छौं। अदालतमा गएर बहस गर्नुपर्छ भने पनि हामी तयार छौं। अदालत यहाँ चाहिँ हाम्रा न्यायमूर्तिहरुका सामनेमा गएर कुन आशयले हामीले यो संविधानको यस्तो धारा राखेको भनेर हामी आफै पनि त्यहाँ गएर भन्न तयार छौं। तर नभए पनि यही मञ्चबाट पनि पुगोस् उहाँहरुको कानमा भनेर पनि म अपेक्षा गर्छु कि यो संविधानमा प्रधानमन्त्रीलाई कुनै विशेषाधिकार छैन।
Chairman of Janata Samajwadi Party, Upendra Yadav, opined the Premier's move had rendered the constitution non-existent. Yadav's opinion was resonated by many other leaders, political analysts, former justices and law experts who have said the Prime Minister has no right to disrespect people's mandate over intra-party dispute.
A petition has been filed at the Supreme Court demanding a final full bench hearing of the writ against the dissolution of House of Representatives. The petitioners appealed the Supreme Court to conduct the final hearing in the presence of a full bench. The applicants have recalled a similar situation back in Nepali year 2051 and 2052 when the lower house was dissolved. A full special bench of 11 justices conducted the hearing to give the final verdict. 12 individuals have filed for the petition, including Chief Whip of Nepal Communist Party, Dev Prasad Gurung. 13 writs have already been filed at the Supreme Court against the resolution of the House of Representatives. A 5-member bench has denied issuing an interim order not to implement the government decision to dissolve the lower house during a preliminary hearing. Another hearing is scheduled for tomorrow. On 28th of December, the President had dissolved the lower house on the recommendation of the Prime Minister. Prime Minister Oli subsequently had announced of holding elections on 30th of April and 10th of May this year. With the winter approaching its peak in the country, the pollution levels since few days has also been rising to hazardous levels. Meteorologists have said the change in weather due to the westerly winds have resulted in the spike in pollution in the capital. We have more in this report.
The weather in majority parts of the nation has turned foggy and hazy since Saturday due to what meteorologists say the effects of westerly winds. With a dip in mercury, the levels of pollution in the capital have also reached level highs. Experts have attributed scarce rainfall and weaker winds as the reason for the increased pollution levels. In general, air with 300 Air Quality Index or AQI is considered hazardous for human health. However, in case of the capital, the index this time has exceeded 400. Meteorologists say stronger winds and rainfall is a must for the pollution levels to go down in the capital. Due to the increased pollution levels, majority of the public have experienced eye and respiratory problems. Doctors say the rising level of pollution poses serious risks on the health of corona patients and individuals with respiratory problems. They also warn the pollution can invite heart attacks and advise all to wear masks at all times and avoid going out.
Agriculture industrialists have expressed their grievances against government decision to allow foreign direct investment in agriculture sector. Organizing a press conference in the capital yesterday, the Dairy Development Corporation, Nepal Dairy Association, Central Dairy Cooperatives Corporation, among other organizations, urged the government to review its decision. They have also alleged the government of acting under the influence of interest groups and that the decision was against the industry. The government had issued the notice on Monday saying the decision was taken as per the Foreign Investment and Technology Transfer Act 2075. Industrialists say foreign investment in the sector would put around 85 billion rupees of investment in poultry, dairy businesses, fisheries and beekeeping at risk. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Industry and Commerce has said under the new decision, 75% of the agricultural produce under the foreign investment would be exported. Foreign investors would be able to invest in poultry, fishery, beekeeping, fruits, vegetable, oil processing and dairy sectors. Government officials say the decision was taken to expand this sector and reduce Nepal's trade deficit. The Foreign Investment and Technology Transfer Act 2075, enacted 2 years ago, however, prohibits foreign investments in 9 sectors including livestock, fish and beekeeping, fruits, vegetables, oilseeds, pulses and dairy businesses. Around 87% of the public in Lumbini province are still deprived of clean drinking water. In this context, in our Public Voice segment, we had asked locals in Butwal what should be done to solve the problem. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
जनस्तरमा खानेपानीको महत्त्वको बारेमा बुझाउनु पर्छ.
जनतामा चेतना भयो भने हामीले यो उपभोग गर्नुपर्छ र यो हाम्रै हो भनेर सुरक्षित गर्नलाई कोसिस गर्छ.
उपभोक्तालाई उपलब्ध गराइदिएको पानी चाहिँ नि चेकअप चाहिँ नि कम्तीमा पनि 6 महिनामा एकचोटी चेकअप गराउनु पर्छ.
उपभोक्तालाई जनचेतना भनौं अनि सरकारले बजेटिङको व्यवस्था.
महिलाहरूलाई यति छ कि गाह्रो छ, पानी 1 घण्टा पानी बोकेर पनि खाने स्थिति छ हाम्रो, किनभने गाई भैँसी वस्तुभावहरूलाई पनि खुवाउने किनेर खुवाउने सकिदैन, किनेर खाने पानी पाइदैन.
सरकारले निशुल्क पानी सहुलियत गराइदिए भने गाउँमा दुःख पाएका सबै जनतालाई मलाई त्यस्तो उपयोगले हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्छ।
पिउन मात्रै प्रयोग हुने पानी र अन्य काममा प्रयोग हुने पानी दुई तरिकाबाट लैदियो भने अलि सहज हुन सक्छ।
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question: what's your take on the resistance by entrepreneurs against foreign investment on agriculture sector? Your options: option A, worried for small-scale farmers; option B, fear of losing monopoly; and option C, call to raise capacity. The voting is on. Type any WS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And time now for the sports update. Gaurika Singh, Mandekaji Shrestha and Suhas Tamang have been nominated in 2 categories each for this year's Sports Award. The nominations was published by Nepal Sports Journalist Forum earlier yesterday. SAG record holder and 4 gold medal winner Gaurika Singh had also been nominated for the People's Choice Award and has been considered a top choice for Top Female Athlete of the Year. The other nominees for the category include gold medalist at the 13th SAG athlete Santoshi Shrestha, Taekwondo's Ayesha Shakya, Karate's Anu Adhikari and triathlon's Soni Gurung. In the men's category, Karate's Mandekaji Shrestha, athlete Gopi Chandra Parki, Taekwondo's Kamal Shrestha, footballer Bikesh Kuthu and golfer Suvash have been nominated. 2-time SAG gold medal winner Mandekaji Shrestha has also been nominated for the People's Choice Award. Wushu coach Amar Kumar Singh, Karate coach Madan Upreti, Taekwondo coach Navin Shrestha, boxing coach Prakash Thapa Magar and swimming coach Shankar Karki have been nominated for Best Coach of the Year award. No cricket players made it to the nominations list this year. Organizers have said the award ceremony will be virtual and will take place on 12th of January next week. And that's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.